Hello, people who like to make things, and people who like to watch people make things, and other people who are wondering why the hell they're here and what the hell's going on. Bot works. Still, good. Hopefully, if anybody is watching, you can hear me. Today, I'll probably be screwing up this, because I realised that... sorry if you've got headphones on. That this is too big around the top part of the head and leaves a lovely big Rocketeer fin whenever I try and form it to the contours of my actual head. My scaling is almost right, but not quite. So what I'm going to be attempting to do today is, let's move this. This is my head in duct tape. What I'm going to be attempting to do today is removing this section. He says, destroying the mic again. Let's move that over here. And hopefully gluing the gap back together. Yeah. We shall see. So what I'm gonna do, and what I've already done on this side, is to add a wee line where I think it needs cut, and I'm going to do that for this side as well. You may notice that my hands are a bit shaky today. That's because of two reasons. One, I had a few glasses of wine last night, and two, I had a coffee not that long ago and I'm a little bit caffeine sensitive, so I may ramble. Ooh! On that note, I'll see if it'll let me do it. Yeah, I just want to form this to the point that it needed it again. Squeeze it into shape a bit, so that I have a line to draw along. Yeah, because I don't want to make it too tight. Where did I just put that pen? Yeah, I have a new command. Yay! I figured out finally where the sound effects were hidden. Which if I'd just looked originally, I would have found it. So if anybody is wondering what the hell I'm saying. Oh, hey Siobhan. I saw you were on earlier on. I didn't get to watch because I was dealing with the wee one. But I think I might have given you a host. Anyway, yes, it's back to Spidey again today because I realised I can't really do much more without taking that section out. So, if anybody at any point can't hear me, if I am mumbling to myself, if you put if you type exclamation mark or exclamation point for any non-British people, exclamation point mumble, this should happen, I hope. So hopefully that's not too loud if you're wearing headphones, but it gives me a little audio or audible alert that you can't hear what the hell's going on, because I do tend to natter away to myself. Hello Eclipse, how is everyone today? By the way, yes, how did you get on with your Destiny Ghost yesterday, because I only caught part of your stream. Good, I hope. Now, let's see what we're doing here. Now, I have Spotify on at the moment. I don't have song requests activated because I'm listening to it on my tablet, because I don't know if this laptop can hold up to running OBS and Streamlabs chatbot and Spotify all at the same time. You need a certain oh, did you decide on a colour scheme? Because I missed that. You'd been saying that you were trying to figure out what colour scheme to do it. So I am drawing on this here. I don't think it's quite right, but we'll see. Ooh, what are you starting? Right, I don't think that's quite right. No, that's definitely not even. Where did I just throw that headphone? Can you tell us what you're making, or is that secret? One version of it, nice. Now, the Speedy version or the more Arsenal version? Arsenal? Yeah, it was called Arsenal, wasn't it? think that's what they called him in the Arrow TV series when it was your guy. Cool. I will look forward to seeing that. Now, right, I think that, sorry I've been doing this down and all that, is probably a little more even. So, now to find a nice sharp knife, because as usual, I don't have all my stuff out and ready, because I'm good like that. Where are we? Yeah, I've just got a little bit of J-pop on it. No, yes, J-pop, J-rock stuff on at the moment. So if anyone has any preferences as to musical style or genre, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I just wanted something that wasn't going to be overly harassing, because it's at this point of the day that it becomes squeaky bum time, because I'm about to make cuts which could, I'll see in a bit, sugar, which could potentially destroy this. Now what I really want, as I lay my scalpel down, is a nice big piece. What I tend to do when I do need to make adjustments to any curved pieces is get a big piece of 10mm foam scraps to lay it underneath, so that I've got a solid or a more solid surface to cut onto without having to completely squish the world. Now, trying to figure out if I can do this on cam. Whoops. Whilst also having it in such a position as to not completely destroy myself or the world. Probably not, actually. I just need this a little higher up. So I'm waiting on a thingy, an armature type thing arriving that I've ordered. It's like an adjustable kind of phone stand thing that clips on the edge of the desk, and I'm hoping it reaches to taller than the lamp that this is affixed to at the moment. But moment of truth. Handily enough, because this is only 2mm foam, it is nice and easy to cut through, so once you get started it is just kind of following the line that you've drawn. Actually bricking it here. I've just got this horrible feeling that it's going to end up in some weird point or stupid shape on the top of my head, which isn't ideal. The fear. It's like, oops. It's like that feeling that you have the morning after drinking when you wake up and you don't know what you've done the night before. The fear is real, but we've taken a section out. Hopefully when we glue this back up it will keep a relatively decent shape and not destroy the world. So if can I bring this together? I think that might actually help a fair bit. It's not, again, ideal, but hell of a lot better than it was. So, should have brought a hat in with me. Having what is known in the industry as bad hair day. Oh, Jorbies. And for anyone who isn't familiar with Scottish slang terms, if you don't watch Fergie's show, jobbies mean poo. A jobby is a poo. even doing? Scrap bin. Right, I'm going to get this out of the way and this out of the way so I can do outline of glue, will I? Yeah, let's just do it. Right, I can't be bothered with this. Let's switch to something else. Daily mix. Will we go for heavy or electronica? I think let's go heavy. Oh, this is the same. This is the same daily mix from the other day. That's poo. Oh. Glue, that's one thing. Right, I can also flick this back down here a wee bit. This down here a wee bit. I'm just trying to keep my brother's skate store in here. Currently now just online. They closed the physical store. But yeah, if anybody is looking for any cool clothing, not just for skating. I actually wear some skate chinos for work. They look like chinos, but they've got extra stretch, which is good if you're sitting down most of the day. I think that's going to make a weird point, actually. No. Yeah, it's going to make a weird point in the front of the forehead, just like that Batman one did. Yeah, I'll just punch the hell out of it when I make for it. Let's do it. Let's open this window. And we'll get the... Ah, crap, I can't have that charging and the fan on at the same time. Okay. Big tough there we go, looking good. You probably can't hear anything now or I sound like a weird robot. Webs. There's my glue and stuff. This is just a new, it's actually like a photo backdrop thing, but it's so small I don't know what anybody would take photos of it. Like dolls or something. 3 by 5 foot. Kids maybe, I don't know. But I thought it would be a good semi-water resistant covering for the desk to protect it against spills and whatever else. Yeah, let's just go for it. Right, fan is on, pointing towards the window. We have glue, we have foam spreader, we need tissue because this glue is going a little bit gummy. But not as quickly as I'd originally expected, which is always positive. Oh, come on, you. Stop being a butt. Now, the moment-ish of truth. I'm doing this off screen. I've managed to kind of calm down the light. This is a very bright LED table lamp, or desk lamp, which for actually working is great. Ain't no bother clips. But in terms of trying to capture stuff on video, can kind of wipe out everything. Color, detail, because it's just so bright. But, where are we? It's with a wee kind of expanded white foam stuff or translucent foam stuff that you get inside if you're getting it like a case for your phone or tablet. I stuck one of them over it and it dulled it down quite a bit, or dimmed it down quite a bit, enough for this to be able to pick up details such as like pen lines and stuff if I had it close to the camera. But with thingy, where is this? Can I? No, I'm need it up a wee bit, or I need to move over this way a wee bit. That's better. But I then had another one sitting upstairs, so I thought, oh, let's see what it looks like with two on. And it's actually brought it down to a really nice brightness for the camera, which is good. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually quite concerned that I've screwed this up now, but that was always likely to happen. And again, this is a trial essentially. The main reason I wanted to make the face shell was to test out the polyprop shield and whether or not this ends up being the piece that I actually use if I ever do the Spidey outfit, which I'll need to work out a bit for if I do. Then basically my figure isn't quite what it was when the wee one was born. To be fair, it's not bad, it's just not great, if I do say so myself. But for Spidey's physique and a form-fitting spandex outfit, I think I'd want to get a wee bit more toned, put a little bulk back in the shoulder, etc. The ab cutting that I was talking about in the thingy description, stream title, aren't these abs? There'll be the bits of card down there that I moved out of the way. They're the abs for the Iron Patriot build that I'm slowly but surely working on. And let's get this tacky and see if we can get a half decent scene going on. I doubt it, but we can but try. I do think that. Oh, no, missed a bit. Don't want that. Seems kind of apart because there isn't enough glue on it. I should really have checked this on the light before leaving it to sit there. Hey, my timer worked. I'm just happy that I managed to get the bolt working again, because originally when I set it up I must have done something odd with the login, because whenever I was trying to post as the streamer it was posting as the bot and whatever else, so fixed it, so that's always good. Just need to get a couple more commands going on. No. Right. Let's see how we get on. I know I'm disappearing off screen, but no one needs to see this. Face of fear. That's the only downside about this bit, is it's quite difficult to get the edges to line up, because I can't hold it from the inside as well, which is my preferred method of lining up scenes. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Right, okay, we're getting there. Let's side a wee bit. Don't do that. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. I need to get shout outs on the go actually. In fact, did I have shout out? Did I have that activated? Right, I'm gonna need to check because let's see who's been on. Who was on there? We had Eclipse. Who was first? Shogun was first. Oh, it doesn't fill in there. Let's do it on the phone. Nope. Exclamation point. Yes, I think I set this up. Let's see if it works. Yay, it worked! Let's try another one. Who else was on? I had... That was I said Shogun was first, didn't I? Sorry. Woohoo! So yeah, anybody lurking, feel free to give yourself a shout out. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation point, SO, and your Twitch handle. Give yourself a shout out. Because, as it says, follows are free, they make people happy. And we all want to make people happy. So let's give some people a shout out and we follow. Yeah, it seems not too bad for such what's the word I'm looking for? For such an uncultured, that's completely not what I'm trying to say. Unplanned, unpatterned, kinda hatchet job. I think that actually went alright. It's decent enough we seem. It's not overly raggedy. There aren't too many bits to need to fix. It has left a wee what's the opposite of a dimple? Bumple. Bump. Nubbin. Funny protrusion on it. Can I turn this around before? Yeah, it just comes to a little bit of a Dr. Fate point. But I think that's actually not too bad for, like I say, a kind of quick hatchet job. I'm thinking and hoping. Yeah, there wasn't really a lot of glue there. With the fan on and the window open, that's kind of dissipated pretty quick, so let's have a quick look. Hopefully this won't stick to my hair. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. There's the head point. So, if I stick it on this now, yeah, that's much better. So all I need to do is kind of heat form that to pull it in a bit. What am I doing here? Oh hey Huckster, how's it going? Oh, actually, I've got my bot working now with commands and stuff, so check this. Yeah, oh, bummer. How are you today? Yeah, Hawkster does some really cool LARP stuff. He's working on a Guyver costume at the moment. The gloves, his helmet is awesome. The gloves are looking pretty damn sweet. I caught your pictures of them that you posted yesterday. Unfortunately I wasn't able to catch your stream because I was at work. But yeah, anybody not allowed in the shop the weekend? That's right, you were only in the shop last Saturday because wife was sleeping, if I remember. Hope she's doing alright. I'm presuming that she got a decent night's sleep last night, given that you're not in the shop today. But yes, LARP stuff, and he's making some cool daggers and has a raffle on at the moment to win one. So good luck everybody if you enter. Tickets cost £1. I have done that slightly squint now and the mouth's a wee bit off to the side. It's going to be under a mask, I don't care. Your raffle £1 an entry, maximum of 5 tickets, and the donations go towards a new laptop for streaming, because currently streaming via his phone, but somehow I've managed to get your setup with your phone better than I've got here with a laptop and 2 cameras. What do you do? But also you've got a proper workshop, not kind of stuck with having one of the cameras, it's one, being mounted on a table lamp. Not a table lamp, desk lamp. Right, so I can now heat form this later out the back, because I don't do heat forming in here. Because if you heat foam too much, it can emit noxious gases, and my wife needs to work from home in here every so often, so don't want to, yeah, do bad things. And yes, so happy with that now. So that can go down here out of the way. We've now managed to get the Christmas tree out of the living room, so I have room to move. Setup's not, mate, seriously, I'm in what we call the study, and it's a bit cramped because there's too much crap in here. I need to totally change up the layout in here, hopefully at some point. Well, thank you. It's looking better than expected. I had expected it to look pretty damn crappy by now, but even with taking that wedge out today and gluing it back, basically the top had too much foam and it was creating a weird Rocketeer ridge whenever I was trying to form it to the head. So I've taken out, what's that, about 1 inch and a bit from the top, just to kind of get it to form better to the contours of my noggin. And for, like I say, a quick hatchet job, it's alright. So I'll be able to heat form that at another point, and then start the process of coating it in the polyprop shield stuff, which is the whole purpose of me making that mask, is because I want to try that out. So I'm going to go on to the most exciting of tasks and start cutting out templates. Oh, that's what I needed to do. I really, really need to learn about getting everything set up properly before I come in here, because I need the pet model up for this, because I need to figure out where each of the bits go. Luckily, it should be quite handy. Although, I don't want to use my scalpel for that, so that's going to go all the way. For cutting out my card templates, I tend to just use box cutters. This was one of a pack of, I think, 8 from Pound World. Yeah, she occasionally works from home, so I need to clear this stuff off. But yeah, I could show you things. The amount of my guff in here is unreal. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls of foam, a duct tape mannequin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 helmets or headpieces or cowls, and about 85% of a full armour build, along with a couple of extra bits like an arm that I made out of cardboard. Hold on. When I was trying to get start again, when I was looking at this project at first, I didn't know anything about scaling. This is on the wrong arm. Anyway, oh no, it's not. I didn't know anything about scaling, so I tried putting first in cardboard just to make sure that my scale was right. So that was a cobbled together effort of yeah, this is the wrong way. What have I done? To make sure that what was I doing here? Oh, it's the right forearm and the left upper. Anyway, I was just checking the scale to make sure that it was actually correct. So the foam one that I've done is actually better scaling. I'm stuck. Yeah, this even had just to try out with the Iron Man hand that I made last year. It's even got a wee holder for a battery pack for the repulsor. So there's an arm and a half in cardboard over there, along with a roll of camping mat foam, some Sintra, guff everywhere. There's that's a big long tube, cardboard tube with acrylic tubing in it for making what will be a lightsaber at some point. You might notice that I start a lot of projects and then it takes me forever to finish them. But yeah, this is the basis of what's going to be the lightsaber. I'm going to be doing a lot of foam detailing on top of that to get differences in colours. I've bought a, what do you call it, Disney Store lightsaber to steal the electronics out of, because I want to replace the blue blade with what will be, this is just a torch. Can you see that on that? Where are we? It's not going to show up right now. Hey, UV. Because I quite want a purpley UV one. But these bits are silicon, I believe. So what I want to do at some point is try and mould and cast them in something so that I'll be able to keep those shapes but have it in a different medium that will be able to be painted. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that's for another project that's related to that helmet there. Ish. Anyway. I'm going to stop waffling crap and knock a load of stuff over. There we go. So, yes, I was bringing up a pet model, that's why I was nattering away there, because it was taking a while to load the folder. We need... not that one. It'll be quicker to go into here and back up a level. I've got so many folders of foam pep stuff in here that I want to at some point make, including Guyver, the bio-boosted armour. Actually, I'm going to bring up, where's the arms? Now that I've done that, let's go back up one. Chest, shoulder, arm, form, hand, head is what I want to see. Because Hawkster's helmet is pretty insane. Yeah, that looks fiddly as all hell. Where did you get your model, by the way? Where did you get your pep? Yeah, no, I'm really bad for getting distracted. Tangents, I just go off on tangents and lose the thread of what I'm talking about, whether I'm in work, at home, in the pub. Yeah, that helmet looks fiddly as all hell with all the mad angles and stuff in it. Yeah, the one I got, I believe, was either on the JF Customs page on the RPF, or from Joshua Collins' Hippocura Depository. If anybody is looking at or wanting foam Hippocura templates, what do you call it? JF Customs, that's Juliet Foxtrot Customs page on the RPF.com. He does speed build templates, so rather than having loads of little the abs aren't going to be a really good example, are they? But a lot of helmets are great actually for showing it, because the way he does it is it's larger. You're not going to be able to see that from there. No, that's too bright. It's larger pieces, because you can get complex curves in foam that you can't in card. He looks at kind of combining a lot of the smaller pieces together, because card Hippocura is fiddly as all hell. With foam you don't really need to bother with loads of tiny little pieces. I think the first, because I've done a card Iron Man helmet just to try Hippocura at one point, and it was horrible. It was like hundreds and hundreds of pieces, and I then got a foam version that somebody had just basically turned the tabs off, so I'd ended up cutting up a box full of tiny little pieces of foam, and then happened to click on, I think it was the JF Customs page, and was like, hold on, why would I work with like 114 pieces when I can work with 6? Doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I just need to figure out from this model. Yeah, that's the one thing. You can get higher detail with card, but it is the sacrifice of time, because it takes so much longer to put all those fiddly little pieces together. But with foam, as you've done, you have the option of using like a soldering iron or hot knife, to carve in details, which you don't really have with card. With card you're basically sanding, and dealing with fiberglass and fiberglass resin and all those horrible things. I also find that with certain thicknesses of foam, you can get better detail. So maybe like the flash cowl, the wee ridges and stuff. Where are we? Here we go. Like these ridges and stuff, detail ridges down the head, and kind of zigzags across the head. I probably wouldn't have got looking as good if I hadn't been using 2mm foam, but I was using 2mm foam with, I think that's 3 layers of latex painted on with just some red acrylic mixed in. But yeah, he said, "Ron, I'm too impatient to work with card." He says, with loads of stuff in the way, because he's talking nonsense. Where did that not open? Seriously. That one. Abs. Come on. There we go. Right. That's the wrong button. A bit of scar symmetry there. Right. So this looks like the bottom. I've got a load part of the abs. Then I'm going to crud. Aha, right, no, what? Right, you're that. So you're that. What are you? I am fully aware that I'm talking to myself. Right, so this is the upper layer of that. And you've got bugger. Right, well that's the upper bits anyway. Stomach. Right, so there's 3 rear pieces and 4 front pieces, so that's... Oh, sorry. Check out the picture for it yesterday. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I saw the glove that you'd posted, and it was looking pretty damn cool. What was the paint that you used on them actually? Because you were putting acrylic over the latex that you'd done, weren't you? Right. Where's my pencil going? I'm just going to write on this very quickly if I can find it. No. There you go that way. So that's top. And then mid and low. These are then like that. Now, what way up do these go? That way. So crud buckets, that goes that way. Bushy coats and then just basic acrylic. Cool. Because it was looking pretty damn good. Yeah, aye, because your helmet looks pretty damn sweet. Right. Top A. Top B. Top mid. Oh crud, where do these bits go now? So you're at the back we have yeah, it does look like B. Yeah, as I think I mentioned before, I always put A and B rather than right and left because I tend to transfer this to what then becomes the inside of the foam. So if I'm looking at the model and it's the right and I've got a piece in my hand and it's the left, I just don't want to confuse myself and glue the wrong bits in. So top B2 and then boom. That's mid. Right, hold on, I'll leave that back for a second. And this is the right, so this bit mid A mid. I'm gonna have to remember what these mean. Yeah, I had to kind of figure out scaling because a lot of the files are completely different. Like what was that I printed out first? I was quite lucky with something. Yeah, the Captain America helmet was just about the right size for my head. If I'd used thinner foam it would have been better, because it's just a bit too snug, whereas the Dreadpool helmet was another one of JF Customs ones, but it was way too big. So, you know, and now I know a bit more about scaling a wee bit more. It usually works. Yeah, this is probably going to be a bit fiddly to put together. Oh, bots, right, where is the other bit of that? this round a bit. Nope. Ah, come on. Right, so these bits are the front. So that'll be front, low, A. Front, low, B. Because there's so many crazy pieces here that I'm just going to get lost if I don't mark them up. And then, right, so these are these crazy overlapping bits here. I'm going to have to zoom in on that. Let's see what that does, because that goes down and right, so that only means cool, only actually need to do 2 lines, and I can ignore that third one because it will just overlay that. Good. And then that's a wee piece that sits on top, and then again that sits on top of that. So, right. This is, I should be using a sharper pencil because this is going to be impossible to read. Any of these have a point? No. Come on, there was definitely one before. That one. Nope. Crud. Where's the wee small one, guys? Hold on. I'm mumbling. I know if I am mumbling, remember you can do exclamation mark mumble, and this will happen. Red pencil. There you go. That's the one I was looking for before it somehow made its way to the bottom. Now, right, so these are low front. It's actually low to mid, because that's free floating. Floating. And then these are right, so I was doing, I'm an idiot. That's B. No. I hate myself, that is a scribble, a chump. And that will then be front, mid, B. B, F, M, B, F, M, A, film it along and say F, M, A, F, M, A, part 1, 2, and 3, parts 1, 2, and 3. Awesome! Yeah, to be honest, the whole talking to myself thing was the reason I decided to start streaming in the first place, because if I was not run away anyway, might as well do it with people listening. If anybody ever watches, that is. Wait, what have I done here? I have no. Oh, it's just full color. Right. Oh, and I need Polly Pocket. There was one. There's one. Here. Always have a Polly Pocket handy so I can keep my pieces together. I need, oh, we posted already, there's a time, let's go. Stick that on the inside of that. Hopefully that won't fall off there. I'm going to turn that fan off because it's a bit Baltic in here. Actually, I'm going to stick a hoodie on. Handily enough in the efforts of continuing to punt my brother's store. Yet another local shop. Our escape supply top, and now I'm nice and cosy because that window's open and it's cold outside. Hey, get your butts to bring up everyone's streaming channel info when they first come in chat. Are you talking like an automatic shout out, or so that you can see the thing? Because obviously you're using it on the phone, so I don't know. I think on the site that I took the commands from, I think there was one for an automatic shout out, but I didn't use that. Was there one? There might have been, because some people just like lurking and don't necessarily want to join in the chat and stuff, so I don't necessarily want to call people out when they're watching, if they're watching. But obviously that's just personal preference. But I think there was because I use Streamlabs chatbot, I just searched for Streamlabs chatbot commands. I think it was just the full search that I did. And there was a guy, in fact, let's see, I might actually have the tab, might be able to tell you exactly what the site was. But yeah, you can do the manual shout outs where you just put like exclamation mark and then whatever command you want, like SO, and then you fill in the response. Basically it's a cut and paste job from this guy's site. Streamlabs chatbot chatbot commands, and it should still be marked. Yeah, it was if you search for Streamlabs chatbot commands on my Google, it's 1, 2, then there's 2 video ones, and then there's one Streamlabs chatbot, formerly Ankbot something, by Crunch Prank, and it's like quick start commands. So he's created basically a big list of kind of copy pasta commands, which is good for me because I know nothing about it, so just copy and paste, all good. It depends on if you get many lurkers or not. Like, I don't really get a massive amount of viewers, so you know, whether or not anybody would mind, like, because the thing is, you could always turn it on, and then if anybody moaned about it, you could turn it off again. It's not a great issue, I think. And anyway, if people are trying to promote the channel, even if they are lurking, you give them a shout out. I doubt anybody's going to moan too much about that. Most of the commands that are on there are related to gaming, but I don't stream at games because I don't get to play games. So most of the commands on it were useless for me. I just wanted a couple, like the shout out one, a couple of timer ones, and there's actually one for like sharing your latest tweet. If your Twitter handle and your Twitch handle are the same, then it will kind of post your... Okay, cool. But yeah, I'll post your latest tweet in the chat. My latest tweet was about going live on Twitch, so there's not really much point posting that in the chat. Yes, the joys of cutting out templates. Ow. Now, let's just have a look at the model for this here, because there's a wee dart in that and I don't think I'm going to need it. because it's so small that if I'm using 5mm foam, it's not going to really create much of a... Let's have a look. Oh no, that's a... Just have to tilt that back in a bit. No. Yeah, the adverts still play if you turn the volume right down? Yes, good. I'll stick it in. It'll do something. Nah, it's so narrow though. I don't think it's even gonna. I'm gonna leave it. Cutting corners. Both. Right. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, if anybody is lurking in chat and wants to give their page or channel a shout out, !SO and your Twitch handle. And as I checked earlier, it works. Go on. Anybody else watching, give each other a follow if you don't already. It's all about sharing love. Got a bundle of things I want to do this year. This kind of Iron Patriot, and a bundle of other ones. Now these darts are bigger. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they're bigger darts, so I'm actually going to put those ones in, but these ones are so small. Yeah, just here. It's so small on 5mm foam, it's not really going to do that much. If it needs a bend in it, I'll just give it a bend. Yeah, Polyprops Limited. Actually, can I share a picture? I'll go to... No, because I need to go and save it. No, hold on. Oh, come on. Seriously, what is going on here? Oh, I'm gonna have to cut this short soon. Oh my word! Can I bring that up? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Obviously an Instagram viewer for online, but let's see if we can add a wee window capture. Okay. No, it's not window capture, is it? Oh crap. So, no. It's only bringing up edge, it's not bringing up Chrome. That's useful. Cancel. Display capture. Oh, come on with this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Both. So if you can see that, yeah, the Polyprops did a handy wee cosplay goals for 2018 thing, and a few of the things I've put on here that I want to do. This Evil Ted's Iron Axe, I've had the template for like a year and haven't got around to doing it yet. Spidey face shell, I'm getting there. War Machine, I'm about 85-ish% of the base build. Dread Lawgiver I want to do out of foam at some point. Destiny hand cannon, can't decide if that's going to be EVA or oh, are you seeing the window capture? Whoa, it's disappeared. Right, let's bin that. What in the hell? Where did that go? Display capture, let's take you and delete. Yes. Are we back? Hopefully. Window capture, delete. Crap, everything's disappeared. Have you got audio at least? There we go, we're back. Did you just have a black screen, or could you see the thing I was sharing a minute ago? Could you see the image that I had before? With the green kind of blockbuster type thing? Alright, okay. Basically it's just a wee Polyprops thing. Like 2018 maker goals template. But the one thing, well, the two things I forgot on there were A, the lightsaber, and B, when I made the Wonder Woman sword for my wife, I started it in foam, but because of the sharp angle of the blade edge, 2 centimeters thickness of foam was too big, and it was going to look like a boffer, because it was just, there wasn't enough depth to get a nice shallow angle. So I'm thinking about turning this kind of basic blade shape, hopefully, into the Sword of Omens. That's something else I want to do this year. Don't know if it'll give me sight beyond sight, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll need to figure out a kind of template for it. In terms of the blade design's pretty simple. It's more the kind of hilt and crossguard and Eye of Thundera bits are going to be a bit interesting to put together. Mainly because I want the eye to light up, so I'm probably going to ram a couple of batteries up the handle and have a couple of LEDs inside. Well, I quite like the idea that people have been using of the clear Christmas baubles that you get that split in half, so it can just have half on one side and half on the other. Put some kind of reflective tinfoil tape in the middle, and then have an LED on either side. One side will have the eye, the other side will have the Thundercats logo. But again, I haven't decided how I'm going to apply that. Is it going to be, you know, a bit of foam on the inside so that it's completely opaque? Probably. No. Yeah, I'll do these two cuts out of the way. Let's sharpen this a bit. Because my first idea was just like drawing on it in Sharpie, but it's kind of a bit see-through and it would look a bit pants, I think. Paint would probably be a better option, but I think a bit of foam that you can actually contour into the curve of the bauble might be even better. 2mm stuff just to keep it nice and skinny. But again, we'll see. The Lawgiver will be my first well, the Lawgiver or the Destiny hand cannon, whichever one I do first will be my first space gun build. I quite like the idea. Well, I think I have 2 templates for the Destiny hand cannon. One for Styrofoam from Andy DFT. If you don't follow his YouTube channel, you most certainly should. He gives away, for every build that he does on his YouTube channel, he gives away free templates, which are kind of aimed at Styrofoam, but you can use them for like EVA as well. And yeah, he goes through like the whole build process, every single little bit of the template cutout bits. He'll go through everything. More recently, because he's done so many of those ones, he's just been putting the templates up and showing the final product. But there's a few of his templates I want to do. Possibly a few of the Star Wars things as well, because I really want a Shore Trooper helmet from Rogue One. But before I do that, I want to make an old school Stormtrooper, or maybe a First Order Stormtrooper, I don't know, a Stormtrooper of some description. Yeah, do you not think he also has a really calming voice? It's good to just have one in the background sometimes. Yeah, when I'm gluing this together, I'm going to need to be constantly referring to the model, because it's gonna be fiddly. Because that lies under... No, I'm still gonna need to cut that, but I think... Am I? No, because that's just going to go straight under there, so that's fine. Speed builds, yeah. Speed builds unless you're me, because it takes me forever to cut out all the template bits. Because I end up talking to myself the whole way through, or to other people, and focusing on that rather than actually cutting anything out. Oh, crud buckets. Yeah, that's my main issue, is that I only really get a little bit of time when the wee one's down napping to do anything, or look, in the evening I can sit in front of the TV and cut stuff like this out. But you know, because I'm always on like Facebook and Instagram, we've got the Prop Tarts Punished Props pages and the Evil Toads Foam Fanatics and all the other cool builders that I follow. And like, just like you were saying, you did your stuff yesterday, I was seeing your Guyver gloves and stuff going, I really want to get on with stuff. Sitting in work going, maybe I could bring something in to do at lunchtime. But it takes me most of the time to actually eat my lunch, so I would never get anything done. And also I think my colleagues would think I was more mental than I already do. Bop. Because we only get half an hour for lunch as well, it doesn't really leave a lot of time for working on anything, even if I wanted to. That would be cool. Good luck if you do. I know that initially... actually, I take it you watch the Punished Prop stuff. If you don't, check out their YouTube videos. Bill actually did a video recently about starting out as a business. Because it was... most people tend to do it part-time while they're still doing a full-time job. And I know that I think it was... how long did he say it was for? Like the first kind of couple of years? Or at least the first year, he was just about... he was either making a loss or just about breaking even. He didn't make a profit for like 3 years or something. He was just lucky that he'd built up enough savings and Brittany was still bringing in a wage to keep it afloat. Because a lot of people, you know, they try and make a go for it, and if the business isn't there consistently, you know, they end up having to go back to kind of full or at least part-time work just to make ends meet. So good luck. I don't tend to make things for other people, because especially at the moment with commitments to the one and work and stuff, I don't really want to be beholden to feeling like I have to be through making something for somebody else. I just like making stuff for me. And also I don't really think my stuff's good enough for anybody to, you know, if I was to charge somebody money for something, I'd feel like I didn't really have the right, because my stuff isn't as good as yours by half. Because was it the daggers or the swords that you were doing that had like the script in them? That scripting looked awesome. Have you got an Etsy page actually? Because you could always start off by flogging stuff on Etsy, and it might look okay on camera, but up close it's really not. Honestly. The two, cool. I actually bung a link to your Etsy in the chat. The two things that I've made that I'm kind of happy with. Two are the Wonder Woman sword, God Killer, but it's a bit dirty. I still need to do a light pass over it to kind of brighten it up a wee bit. And the Flash Coat. But again, could have been better because I didn't have time to fill the seams. Same with my Batman. That was scaled completely wrong and I had to cut it down and it looks bizarre because of it. Anyway, let's get these in here so I don't blow them off the desk. And actually, at that point, I think I'm going to cut the stream short because I believe people are now up for naps, and I should really go through and be social and familial and stuff. So, thank you for watching. If you are ever bored, you can come visit me at Talonsword Cosplay on Facebook, Talonsword on Instagram, Talonsword Cosplay on YouTube, which is essentially a... Oh, actually, hold on, let's go back to that, just so that, because chat, I don't actually have chat in this, so the chat will still come up even when I'm on the other side. I'm an idiot. So yeah, anybody watching, click on Hawkster's Etsy store and see if there's anything you would like to buy. Support a filmmaker. And Talonsword Cosplay on Twitter. Come follow me on Twitter, because I only set that up recently and I don't have very many followers and I feel a bit lonely. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope if you may have learnt something somewhere along the lines. If you're currently making stuff, keep making. If you're not making anything, if you haven't tried making anything, give it a shot. It is easier than it looks. If I can do it, anyone can. And I will. Actually, I think that's that notification that came through. Did you just follow me? Yeah. Thanks for the follow. Yes. I will hopefully be changing my name at some point, because I think cosplay is a bit of a misnomer for me at the moment, because I haven't been to a con since about 2015. So I can't decide what to have as my third word. Talonsword Foundry, Talonsword Forge, Talonsword Workshop. I don't know. I can have a poll at some point. I should do that, shouldn't I? Yeah. I'll do a couple of polls across the different social media platforms and see what people think. And then figure out how to change my name on Twitch, because apparently you need to export your stats or something, and I'm currently on the path to affiliate, so if anybody is watching and isn't following, please click that follow button, share the love, and help me get to 50 followers, because that would be awesome. I've put it to the end of January, which is pretty stupid. I probably should have extended it out to February, because I don't think I'm going to get that many followers in a month, 3 weeks, or whatever it is that's left of this month. But like I say, if you're watching and you aren't currently following, give us a like. Yeah. Yeah, I will hopefully be back on around about the same time tomorrow, and I will endeavour to give anybody who's streaming later a quick view. I may need to pop in and out, but I'll look forward to seeing you later. Have a good one.